The DLSU Lady Spikers enter UAAP Season 79 with as much answers and facts as there are questions with regards to defending their women's volleyball title. At least 5 other teams pose as serious threats to DLSU's path to back-to-back trophies, each team gaining maturity and experience through the years by training abroad and joining other commercial leagues. Despite losing 5 seniors to graduation, and still finding a consistent fighting form, the Lady Spikers performed well to open the season, starting with a straight set win over the FEU Lady Tamarals.
We are live on ABS-CBN SNA from the Big Dome, the Araneta Coliseum, as we bring you our last game on match day number 2 in your Season 79 UAAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. Officiating match number 4, our first referee, Fernando Velarde, National Referee. Our second referee, James Oliver Mora, National Referee. Let us now meet the starters. First, for the reigning and defending women's champions, the Salle Lady Spikers. Number 13, Duke Udunstania. Number 15, Tin Tiamson. Number 2 is back Desiree Cheng. Number 10, Majoy Paron. Number 11, Kim Kiana Tree. Team captain number 9, Kim Fajardo. Fairly Pero number 5, Don Macantili. And the head coach of the Lady Spikers, Ramil De Jesus. And now, starting for the FEU Lady Tamarals, number 18, Net Villarreal. Number 4, Heather Guido. Number 12, Kyle Negrito. Number 16, Chinchin Basas. Number 2, Bernadette Pons. Team captain number 9, Remy Palma. Fair libero number 11, Kyla Atienza. The head coach of the Lady Tamarals, Shaq De Los Santos.
Coach Ramil, Coach Shaq, magkikita na naman the new starting 6 of De La Salle and the same old suspects for FEU. You know when I said, Anne, that this may be a preview of the finals, the great thing about this season, Anne, you can say that so many times for so many other matchups. If it's Ateneo La Salle, it may be a preview. FEU Ateneo, it may be a preview. UP FEU may be a preview. You never know.
Yep.
It's this kind of a season. You and I have covered, you know, UAP volleyball for a very, very long time now, and we have seen the progression, obviously, of the competition. But this year, this got to be the most exciting in terms of level of talent, the preparation, the comebacking players from injury or even just for not playing, and then the graduating students who are aching to prove themselves. There's so many side stories and dramatic storylines.
It's not just about
Exactly.
the game itself, you know, but
we're off. Of course, the volleyball is going to be great too. And it is just right that the captain and the now back in La Salle uniform, Kim Fajardo, gets us going here. Now, when we say that, for those of you who are wondering, we're not saying that she left. Remember, there was that courtship period. And batiin din natin yung mga bagong nanonood ng volleyball na ngayong araw. Ngayon pa lang nadidiskubre. First time manood dito sa SNA, first time manood ng UAP volleyball. We welcome you. Hindi po kayo magsisisi.
yes, definitely. Kaya ang dami talagang sumusubaybay, no, sa volleyball because of the action and the quality of volleyball that we have here in the UAAP.
And of course, the recruitment. I haven't even talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
Recruitment, preparation, level of talent. We always look forward to that every year. No matter who graduates, no matter how great names we have lost in the past, and we've seen it all through these years. You know, one of the best stories of the UAP is always transition of talent and new heroes that will come out of the ashes, so to speak. And Palma is out a little wide on that running attack.
It's all starting from their shaky reception. No? Hindi lahat eksakto kay Kyle Negrito.
Let's check in with Bea Escudero. We welcome her to volleyball action here from the DLSU side.
Woman, and earlier you mentioned Majoy Baron and how she did exceptionally well last season. In fact, I was given the chance to talk to her, the best blocker of season 78, and she does admit that coming into this new season, she does feel the pressure. However, she does say that it's all part of the game. More than anything, she and the rest of her teammates are ready to show confidence and will do their part to defend their crown. Now entering their first game and going up against a team known for their florid defensive attacks, Coach Shermil Bejesus reminds the girls that it's time that they show what they have been preparing for. Lastly, he does expect the Lady Spikers to minimize their errors to avoid them from losing their momentum. That's all for now. Back to you, Boom and Ann.
Thank you very much, Bea.
Focus muna tayo dun sa set play natin. Cons, ready? Okay? Chin, ready ba rin? Pwede ka dito. Ha? Deng, bilisan mo lang yun sa kamay. Okay? Sige, go, go. Hinga lang muna, Mayos.
Hinga lang daw muna. Their Coach Shaq asking the girls to settle down. They're down 4 here. The defending champions off to a great start.
Well, actually, hindi na naghintay si Coach Shaq ng first technical timeout. He really wants to ensure that he breaks itong kung ano bang nangyayari na to sa FU as early as now.
So Desiree Cheng, who returns. She first saw action last year in the Uni Games with LaSalle, and she has been part of the team again. Also one of those stories and recovering from ACL injury that affected her play in season 76 and 77. And the first point for FU courtesy of Palma. You know what I'm going to miss though? Mika Reyes and Remy Palma.
Oh yeah,
I
remember that last year. Who can forget that?
I'm sure Mika would miss that too. The battle between Palma and Reyes at the net and all the conversations that we were not privy to. That would be exciting. 1 serving 4. Negrito now taking over from Giselle C.
Oh, crossing. Good touch.
You know, I know we say that FU is the most intact team coming into this year, but you still lost to Giselle C. That's huge, and that's like your engine, the center of the engine.
That's why a lot of people are saying very big shoes to fill for Negrito. But what's good about it was that even when C was there, you know, Negrito would see action once in a while. So
actually, as a great timeout by Coach Shaq, 3 straight points for FU. Actually, okay, bago natin gawin, banggitin yung point yan. Let's check in with Angel Christian for this report.
Well, you know, Women, and coming into this game, marami nang pinaghuhugutan itong Lady Tamaraw. Sa first game of the season, Women, and ang makakalaban agad nila ay ang mismong team na nag-eliminate sa kanila sa para makapasok sa finals last season. This season, sabi ni team captain Remy Palma, and we will try to make the 30th championship title for FU at walang imposible sa amin. Alam niyo, Women, and it's gonna be a really exciting season for the FU Lady Tamaraws because not only you will see new faces, but you will also see players switching roles inside the court. So more from the FU side later, Women and.
Thank you again, gunning for their 30th as she mentioned, while LaSalle is hoping to get into double-digit territory when it comes to the championship count.
of course we know historically, Boom, no, FE women's volleyball, one of the winningest teams.
But it's been a while. 2008, their last championship with, of course, the now honored Rachel Dakis as the last championship, as her number has been retired by FEU, and we'll get to that story in a bit. First, Basas, and the play is still alive, and a free ball for FEU. No, it's a point. So we're tied at 5-all. I was going to say, so you have FEU that lost a big name in Giselle C, and they're pretty much intact. Salle, we mentioned the losses, the Demesilios, the Reyes, the Galans. I mean, a huge names, of course. But you've got a finals MVP playing. KKD. You have Makandili, best digger, best receiver, as we see this action going on. We have the best blocker also in Majoy Baron. And by the way, the thing that Makandili achieved last year, digger and receiver, she's only the 4th player to ever do that in the last decade, to get both awards in one season, as we are now at 6 and 5. LaSalle ahead.
It's still a very strong team. We can say the same to the likes of Ateneo, Lilos, Valdez. The team is still intact. We have 1 or 2 key losses, but you know, a lot to gain with the newbies coming in.
And that's what makes it exciting. Yan ang laging, isipin mo naman, yan lang laging mga player.
Oo, syempre. And
inaabangan din yan.
And we've seen that year on year, di ba? Yes. Yung players come and go, pero napapalitan din ng bagong stars in their respective teams.
And that's Duke. Agunsanya putting it away for their 7th point, 7 and 6.
I gotta love the energy I'm seeing from both teams.
Yeah. I think they know how important this match is, even if it sets the tone for them for the season, and they know it's against quality opponents. Contenders, let's just put it that way.
Yep. A very, very good call for Coach Shaq to call that timeout nung 4-0 pa lang yung score.
And LaSalle goes to the technical timeout with a 2-point lead, 8-6. You're watching UAAP Women's Volleyball on SNA. We're back inside the Araneta Coliseum. Speaking of...
Nakabanggit lang natin, Demesilio and Cruz in the house. Isa sa mga kambal.
That's right. Demesilio, again, what a great player for LaSalle. All-around player. As Tim Tiamzo now will serve for the defending champs. 8 serving 6. Both teams have kind of settled down here as Net Villarreal sends it to the net. And if you notice, she's wearing the number 18. She gave up the number 3, which she has worn since she was in high school. And she gave it up, of course, in ode to Rachel Dakis, who already retired her number.
Jersey, yeah?
And her jersey for FEU.
Alam mo, sa mga players, may malaki yung ng number eh.
Correct, of course. Rally here. Makandili is too close to the net. Underhanded it rather. It's nice to see Desiree Cheng, first of all, back on the court. Number 2, healthy.
That again. Near.
Star in high school, also part of the NCR team of Palarong Pambansa. With sila Makandili and D. Copico, among many others that play. Justin Dorog, if I'm not mistaken, we're all part of that team.
So now opponents, but previously had a chance to really play together.
Kim D, finals MVP, delivering. She says to expect more angas from her this year. Because you're losing, guys like Mika and Ara, the ones who are full of...
and Mika's known for that, yeah.
LaSalle has always had players like that. Abby, Michelle Gumaba, remember? As Bernadette Bonds, last year's number 3 scorer, hooks it away. And FEU hanging tough here. 8 will be serving 10. The elevation extension.
Look at that.
Always picture perfect. Bernadette Bonds. Good serve. Ooh. Makandili, I think, misreceived that a little bit, so Fajardo tried to make something out of it.
But the ball was a little bit too low.
Now, so far, what we're seeing from Kim Fajardo, and with this whole talk last month of her plantar fasciitis. Now, for those who don't know what that is, that's a heel injury. That's someone under the foot, and that is extremely painful. It's like stabbing pain that either sits there, goes away, comes back. Sometimes when you're walking, sometimes you're resting. So it's wear and tear, basically, and masakit yan. Even she said it's really, really painful, but she said she doesn't want to hold back. She said mentally she's going to try to control the pain.
A lot of it has to do with mental preparation. But you know, watching Kim right now, you don't even see any sign.
Yeah, exactly.
That she's in pain.
Exactly. And look at that. Desiree Cheng striking again, 12-9. You know, more than the physical part, as she's recovered from ACL, it's the mental side of the game. You know, she said that she was affected by not only the injury, but by social media and, you know, what was said about players and her. And some players get affected, some don't care, some get motivated. She was one of those who got really affected. So even if she won with LaSalle before and she knew she didn't contribute, she had a hard time, she said, dealing with social media, other than the fact that she was also converted from, you know, opposite to outside hitter and all of these things.
You know, that's why it's harder for athletes nowadays.
Yeah.
Kasi the pressure from social media, the pressure from the team itself, everything you have to manage.
TV coverage and all of that. 13-9, LaSalle with the 4-point lead.
Tsagayin natin ang tsagayin. Wala pang second technical timeout yan. Bago mag-20, kailangan makalamang tayo. So kailangan all out tayo. Hindi pwedeng hintayin natin lumayo. Okay? Sagay natin, yun pa rin naman eh. Yung pattern ng depensa, yung block, yung back row, ang target mo to masyadong madim. Ngayon kung wala nga ng gitna lang, ha? Okay, adjust lang.
So again, they're down 4. They were down 4 at the start of this match when Coach Shaq called the timeout, 4-0. They're down 4 again. And when you're playing against each other, teams like these, yung apat, medyo malaki yan. So mga ganitong klaseng team. So it's Eduque. Ogunsanya. Middle hitter for DLSU.
Ooh. Good call by Negrito.
You know, I like your point earlier, Ann, when you said, and if you guys, for those who remember season 79, even if Giselle C was there, Giselle C probably played the least number of minutes, if that's possible, if you can count it. For her stint at FU, she was also a comebacking player, as you know.
Yeah.
And I like what Coach Shaq did last year, that she really put in Negrito a lot. Binabad, even sometimes finishing sets. Maybe in preparation also for the exit of Giselle C eventually.
I think one of the things that Negrito brings to the table is height. Because as a setter, of course, a lot of the coaches nowadays, ang hinahanap na niyan, height din sa setter. A good defensive help when you're at the net.
Kifard was a perfect example. Jan Cayuna, their backup setter, is the same.
That's like the trend that we're seeing now.
So, going back to that point, as we see Paron here with a power tip, and a 15-11 score, sorry, 14-11 score. So when Negrito is playing now, hindi na siya kasing gulat, hindi na siya parang naninibago because all off-season and last season in very important games, including the Final Four matchup last year, she played extensively for Coach Shaq.
Exactly, and sometimes, you know, that's that actually gives you more pressure because you know that if you're pulled in, you have to play better than the person you're replacing.
You know, it's blocked, and the number 1 blocker, Majoy Paron, looks at the spot where the ball landed. Look at that. Look at this.
Perfect timing for Baron. And that's what we always say, if you're a blocker, it's not all about jumping, timing, and reading the ball. Yun ang pinaka-importante.
Her confidence level obviously sky high right now, especially with winning that championship. Runner. And again, it is Chamson on the other side this time. 16-11, the defending champions with a 5-point lead. Back inside the Araneta Coliseum, where opening weekend of UAAP Volleyball is happening. Kasugod, one of those tall players for FEU, in attendance watching her old teammates who are down by 5, 16-11.
We continue with Desiree Cheng.
Cheng, the returnee, who injured her ACL in match in an off-season match in, if I'm not mistaken, Samis.
Oh, it's a block party for Salle.
Yeah. And really a little frantic, the offense of FEU right now. There's a little bit of no organization right now.
Should all start from a good reception. But I think on top of that, mahirap din, because very, very strong blockers are right in front of them.
Right. Biggest lead of the match right now. And at 17-11. Cheng has been serving well. And they go back to Pons to the back row. Fajardo sets up Majoy. Sorry, yes it is Baron. And the avalanche of points continue for the defending champions.
See pure confidence right now with the way the Lady Spikers are playing.
Boy, are they happy that Kim Park is playing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Because they're going to be starting from scratch basically. I know you have Kim D there and Baron, but without Fajardo playing music for them.
Orchestrating the plays.
Yeah. And now another chance for DLSU. Bitin ng konti. Pagkakataon na naman. And it is Baron again.
Everything it's just working for Baron right now.
And we did say at the top of the coverage, it's not just her blocking. She contributes these points.
And what I like about what she's doing now, the variety. You see her attack, may palo, may drop.
This play brought to you by Fudgy Bar, Obar Sasaya. Another thing that we like seeing every year, and you and I always talk about this with our other colleagues, of course, is the transformation physically every year of these players. Remember when Majoy Baron came into college, and she was a little bit, I would say a little bit medyo kuba, and it wasn't because of anything. It was she was parang shy, not confident. It's that kind of kuba. Yung parang the spotlight, and the pressure of the UAAP.
Oh, but this time around, boom, it's so different if you look at her.
The stance, the posture, the conditioning.
Ooh, nice dig.
That's a great attack, but it's a great defensive stop also by LaSalle. Go back to Basas.
Basas was under the ball.
And an 8-point lead. Biggest of the match.
Nothing going right for FEU at this point. But there should be a good front line for FEU with Palma right there, Basas over there, but still they're unable to score that point.
Fajardo. By the way, Baron with 4 points already in this first set. Martini misjudged that one. LaSalle trying to save the play. They go to the front line. Negrito goes in the middle, and in the middle is what Bernadette Pons likes. She can choose left, she can choose right, or she can put it away in the middle.
Look at this nice explosive jump.
Look at the wind up.
And the ball went in between two tall blockers.
But they're down 6 still. Serving. And a rotation error. A free point, as you call it. A cheap point going. Given away by Coach Ramil. Lead is 5, and Coach Ramil won't even gamble here. He's going to call a timeout.
Masyado na tayong relax, bumabagal yung atake natin. Bumabalik yung bola sa kabila, pero hindi alam kung paano yung kabila. Hindi dapat ready ka, nasa kabilang side yung bola eh. So ano gagawin mo? Hindi dapat pagka-aantay mo ni atake. Hanggang nasa kabila yung bola, huwag bumalik sa pwesto ka agad sa blocking. At magbabantay tayo, hindi pwedeng panoorin natin yung atake na yung kalaban. Okay? Huwag yung baguhin yung atake niya sobrang. Bumabagal na tayo pagpatapos eh. Bilisan natin, tuloy-tuloy lang.
Coach Ramil De Jesus is looking for his 233rd win. 62 losses in a career that has 9 championships, going on to his 19th year. Made the final 6 other times, but won 9. And he said last year was his toughest ever. He said that it was his toughest ever, and we'll explain that a little later on. In the meantime, we're back to action. And another point saved here after. No, it's a net touch. So, first referee, Fernando Velante, waving it off. It's Baron scraping the net. There you go.
Before it actually lands.
All right.
That's the right call.
Bang Pineda in attendance. That's in. So that 8-point lead is down to 3.
Definitely a better run here for FEU.
Mayat Zapanta. Kasama. Adamson kanina pala. Adamson losing in straight sets against UP in our first match of the Sunday doubleheader. Play is still alive. FEU on the attack. Back set. Macandili was there, but good disguise. Chinchin Pasas cutting the lead down to 2. And we were at 20-12.
Well, the right thing that FEU is doing now is they're playing smart. Hindi lahat pinapalo nila. They realized madali silang ma-block ng Lasal. They found a way to get the ball through.
Lima na nga yung point na yun. Simple na gagawin, no? Umalik sa pwesto, magbasa ko anong gagawin. Pass play yung kabila. Okay, walang problema. Basahan yung ano gagawin ng Spiker. I-anticipate. Kulang tayo sa anticipation. Nagmamadali lang tayo. Sugod lang tayo ng sugod na hindi nagbabasa. Kaya pumasa muna tayo. Kung natin pahirapin yung volleyball, pasa lang muna. Okay? Siya tayo nag-anticipate ng ganito kabilis eh. Wala pa tayong pasa.
2018. Biggest lead on the match was 8 for DLSU. And really, did you expect FEU just to roll over?
Definitely, they won't just give up.
Neither of these two teams.
Exactly. But ito si Coach Ramil in that huddle boom, we heard nga, no, what he's looking for is a good pass. Dun sila nagkakaproblema. Si Fajardo hindi makapag-set up na magandang play.
Chance for FEU in the middle. Fajardo was there. And a chance ball again for FEU. Who does Negrito choose? Pons puts it away.
A single block made it easy for Pons to score that point.
And now the tables have turned in terms of the energy. That angle.
You know, I have to credit Palma in that point. Kasi nadala niya si Baron eh. So it was just D who's left there to block Pons.
Good serve. Good reaction by both teams. Pons again. Fajardo was there for coverage. D. Ooh. Good effort by FEU, but the run ends with a Kiana D put away. 21-19. This game can possibly, if the way that it's going, can be maybe the game of the weekend. You just don't know.
And we're only in the first set, Buma. First set.
FEU pushing LaSalle last year in the Final Four, winning the first, and then getting swept in the second to make it to the finals. Pasas changes her mind and somebody touches the net. I think it is Duke.
Wasted point there for LaSalle. Lucky break for FEU.
The captain. Ooh, look at the sail of that ball. Did you see midway and
going up?
we could see it, yeah.
She knew it.
The industrial psychology student, the one who's taking her master's, talking about Rem Palma sailing that ball out.
And those are the types of errors that you want to avoid in this crucial point in the set.
And another net touch, and it's again on LaSalle.
And this has been the problem of LaSalle. They've had quite a few net violation errors in this set.
Oliver Mora calling this one. Desiree Cheng asking for, let's look at this, let's look at this. This might be a great angle. There you go. You know, and you know this, Anne. Baka sabihin ng mga minsan manonood, lalo na the newer players or newer viewers of volleyball, as we see this rally go on. Makandili diving, saving that play, and then it's a free ball for FEU. We'll get to that explanation in a bit. Negrito underhands this one. Bonds off speed. LaSalle with a chance. D. It is up. Negrito. Back set. Mababa. D again. Oh! Splits the defense and smashes it down. What action from both teams.
Look at this.
What an angle, Anne.
She really found the way, She saw 4 hands right in front of her. Maliit na lang yung space actually kung nadadaanan ng bola. But because of Kim D's height, she was able to still hit it and, keep it inside.
Yeah, it's like a reverse cut shot. And a little angle to work with. Pons wants to do the same. Like I said, when Pons is in the middle, this is something that she learned last year from Coach Shaq. When she goes up in the middle, which she never used to do, remember? She has so many options.
She has a wider angle to get the ball. Nakakapili siya whether it's left or right.
And this is what Coach Shaq has been doing since last year. That 2-player substitution towards the end of the set. Cayuna will set. Negrito will move out. Malabanan, who has sometimes been a starter for Coach Shaq, comes in at a crucial juncture. There is some sense into what Coach Shaq does. He likes these pampagulat minsan eh.
And of course, Malabanan adds height at the net.
Cayunan, Malabanan. That's a great dig by Pons. The bump set. Got a free ball for LaSalle. Fajardo underhands it too. Nobody touching the net there. Malabanan will try. Makandili was there. Atienza. Back to Malabanan. Jamson was there. Ball is still alive. And that's an FEU point. Let's listen to this crowd.
That was a good and intense rally.
What we've figured out from Coach Shaq last year when he does that is he unsettles the other team. At the crucial part of the set, he puts in 2 players.
And it changes the whole dynamics kung sino babantayan mo and kung paano mo palulusutin ang bola, going to the other side.
Oh! Bernadette Pons unable to consolidate the point.
It's the service area. Service errors boom that's been haunting FEU. Complete violation na naging problema ng LaSalle. On the part of FEU, it's their service errors.
Brings us to set point. FEU with 4 service errors, LaSalle with 2. And CJ Saga serving for the set. First set point. Banabanan with a rocket. Saving a set point.
Is a good call from Coach Shaq. Earlier, we saw him call a timeout at 4-0. Now he did this crucial substitution. And again, the players he brought in are delivering.
And they're ready because they know that this happens already. So hindi na rin sila gulat. They come in prepared for something like this. Now Carly Hernandez, is she prepared? 24 all. First set. We told you. We warned you. Woo. It goes back to FEU. LaSalle with a chance. Fajardo is checked at the net and a set point shifts to the Far Eastern University Lady Tamaraos.
It's been a good run for FEU. Look at this. Malabanan definitely adding more height here at the net.
Hernandez, Coach Shaq tells her to settle down. They're the ones with a set point. LaSalle will be on offense though. Somebody touched the net and it's an FEU Tamarao. According to referee Velarte. I think somebody pulled accidentally. I thought that's what I saw. Let's look at it again. What happened there?
May sumabit parang before somebody jumped.
Sino? Hirap nun.
Couldn't tell.
So we're tied at 25. Extended period in set number 1. Hindi po ito Final Four. First game ng dalawang koponan.
Opening weekend.
Opening weekend. Fajardo. Sent back. Macandili says, I'll set it up. And that's out. Tiamzon overestimates it.
Not yet over. FU just needs one more point.
And here come Basas and Negrito again. Just remember, Coach Shaq sent them 23-22. They were behind by 1. Now they have their second set point. Now you see that it's a calculated risk that they've been practicing since last year.
And it has worked so far. Just one good serve here for FEU.
And we always say nobody knows the players better than the coaches. Jamson will try again. Popped up. Gino, cross court, no! And the LaSalle fans celebrate that miss.
An exchange of errors here for FEU and LaSalle. Both attackers miscalculating their offense.
Is that nerves too? It's gotta be nerves too.
Possibly. With the intensity of this first set.
And last year's fourth best server on deck. Negrito, back set. And nobody home for De La Salle, and another set point for FDU. Reverse set to Heather.
Good angle as well.
Perfect.
Aiming for that in line.
Perfect mechanics too. 27-26. Everybody holding their breath. Free ball for FEU. In the middle. D pops it right back up. And it is FEU's error at the net.
Woo! What a tight first set.
Look at that response. Sorry, that was Cheng, by the way, with a pop-up. That was not Duque is back. Saga moves back to the bench. Has done a job so far. Aron now serving. 27 all. Back to Basas. That's out. That's out. No check ball there. And Coach Shaq is not complaining. And a third set point for LaSalle. They've had 3 set points each already. Okay. Referee Velarde talking to Palma saying there wasn't a check ball.
Well, no change in the direction of the ball either.
Yeah, I thought it just floated out. Serving for the first set. Ooh. Oh, what a serve! Oh, FEU did not see it coming. BLED ultra fun serve, giving LaSalle only set number 1. And set number 1 pa lang yan. It is an indication already of how this match is gonna go.
Well, definitely a very exciting one. We saw how intense both teams played.
29-27. Opening weekend for UAAP Volleyball continues on SNA. $29-27 is our score, and what an exciting first set for both DLSU and FEU. Sino man ang kinakampihan nyo, I'm sure you were at the edge of your seats and you just didn't know who was going to win that first set.
Definitely, with that showing, this game could, be either of the teams win. Kahit sino pwede manalo kung ganyan kadikit yung makikita natin. But earlier, I think things that we can really highlight would be yung magandang blocking ng DLSU. They showed good blocking at the start, but eventually itong FEU finally found a way to really penetrate their blockers and get the ball through, especially Pons, ano? Ang ganda nung kanyang pinakita with her hits from the middle.
But this one was crucial. That answer by Cheng from that Pons attack. And then, look at that. And she finishes off the set with that serve that drops into the middle. You know, if you're going to get a player of the set from
It would
LaSalle,
have
it
to be-
has to be Majoy Baron.
Definitely.
What a great first set for her. What a great first set for LaSalle. But what a great comeback for FEU to actually have 3 set points at their hands.
Definitely. And even, you know, at the start and at the middle part of the game, nakita natin na LaSalle was leading 4-0. They were able to catch up. At the latter part, bago mag-20 yung score, kita natin ang dami din ng hinabol ng FEU.
Again, goes back to our point, and these two teams are not going to roll over for each other. They're going to fight like it's the last match of the year already. Set number 2, and the lucky ones are all of us watching on SNA and everybody inside here at the Araneta Coliseum. Boom Gonzalez and Remulla. ABS-CBN Sports bringing you this live and exclusive coverage. Paron leads all scorers, by the way, and with 6 points in that first set. Kiana D had 4, Pons had 4, Dino had 3. Malabanan, in her short stint, had 3 points for FEU.
Oh, Malabanan was very consistent when she was brought in.
It takes a lot to just have those few minutes on court and deliver for their team. Kiamson is out on that one, so 2-0. Start for FEU.
Please refrain from using any flashes while the game is ongoing.
That's right. We do see some camera flashes right across us, and
That distracts players, actually.
Earlier today, UP winning over Adamson University. Yesterday, USD losing to Ateneo de Manila University. And National U winning in 4 sets. And UE, how about them? Winning the first set. So that's 4 straight sets going back to last year. Something to watch out for the UE program as we check in with Bea Escudero from the DLSU side.
Boom and Ann in the huddle, Coach Romel de Jesus reminds the players about the presence of 9 on the floor. He asked the girls to stay alert and to react to the attacks and plays more quickly in order to avoid the same errors from happening here in the second set. So Boom and Ann expect to see the same fierce and enthusiasm the Lady Spikers have been showing because they are only more determined now to continue their place in the game. Boom and Ann.
Thank you very much. There we have Makandili, Sheng, Kiamson, D, Baron, and Fajardo for LaSalle. D is checked. She saves it with her left hand. Chance for FU here. It's too close to the net. And that's what happened.
That's gotta be difficult even for attackers like Pons.
Duque marches back as Majoy Baron in attack mode this year, isn't she? That's low. Another miscue, yes, for FEU. And speaking of FEU, let's go to GAN right now.
Well, alam niyo, Boom and Ann, if we're gonna talk about experiences for the Lady Tamaraws, I can really, during the off-season, I can really say that the FEU Lady Tamaraws, they did their best para talaga makapunta sa laro ngayon. A while ago, I was able to talk to Coach Ariel and he told me that they had several trainings and team buildings before this game. And sabi niya nga, one of the most memorable one was when they went to Baguio at nakalaban nga nila ang University of Baguio at nanalo nga sila sa game na yon. Talaga namang inayos ang ensayo, pinagdidihan ng training. This is the FEU Lady Tamaraws that the coaching staff is looking forward to see during this season. Back to you, Boom and Ann.
Thank you, Gan. These two teams actually, I know we have a lot of teams that went to Japan, Thailand for training. You talk about Ateneo, UP, UST, and all of these other teams. But Ann, these are two teams that did not leave the country in terms of their preparation. FEU went to Baguio, as Gan said, and Coach Shaq was saying, actually more than the training, as Kiana D here is out on that attack. I mean, more than the training, that was a really team bonding session. A lot of students now have never been to Baguio, so nadala, and they got close. They trained a little bit in higher altitude, of course. While LaSalle did all of the stuff that they do in preseason, semi-pro league, you know, uni games and all of that.
Ito talaga walang pahinga eh. I think that's what these teams went for.
But not leaving the country.
Mm-hmm.
Not leaving the country. Goes back to LaSalle. D.
Oh.
Misjudged that one. So we're tied at 5-all.
Good call and good read by Palma and Ginoo.
I think the first set, as we see May Luna here, check in for Tim Tiamzon. And she's a fan favorite for LaSalle. You know, that first set, man, is a testament, one, for that intact character of FEU, the intact lineup that they had, the hindi sumuko. Pero yung LaSalle, with all of the new combinations that they had, with all of the players that they've missed, as Aduke puts it away. That first set was a testament for them not giving up and hanging on too.
Definitely, as with the key losses for LaSalle. Kahit sinasabi natin solid yung team eh. Part of the starters yung nawala. And apart from talent, yung angas eh. That swag, yung leadership is mahirap din yan mapalitan. Basta.
Luna with the serve. Pons.
But Pons really so lethal.
Kayo nga, mga analysts, lagi nyo sinasabi, pag may nawala na isang player sa rotation, minsan nasisira na lang. Ano pa kaya yung tatlo?
Definitely.
Na stars pa, no? So again, it's a testament to the coaching for both teams. Coach Shaq and Coach Ramil. 6-all.
It's the way you prepare your team for the transition after that. So, very crucial.
Then yung in-game adjustments, no? And overcompensating. Negrito, medyo malakas yung kanyang tapik pa kabila.
You had the right thing in mind. Kung mas mahina lang ng konti, yung shot na yun would have gone in.
Oh! Drops out. Cheng says it's out. Finals MVP on deck. Makandili keeps it up, but D could not save the play anymore. So, ang ganda ng sagutan natin dito sa second set. Pareho. Well, di pareho, pero patas na batas. 7-all.
Very close. Palitan lang ng puntos.
Pons back serving for FU. And an ace. And they get to the technical timeout for the first time with the lead, courtesy of that PLDT Ultra Fun Serve of Bernadette Pons. Back in a moment. The Smart Araneta Coliseum is where opening weekend happens. Hey, the players that we talked about earlier, of course, are all Cerveza, Gala, Maranyo.
Yes.
Speaking of swag and angas.
Magkatabi pa. No?
Championship experience. Well, not just experience, but actual trophies. Good to see them in attendance, of course, supporting the team. Sabi nga ni Mika, gusto pa niya maglaro eh.
Of course. Yan ang sentiment, syempre.
One year.
Pwede ng isa pa on 6th year.
Sabi niyo lang yan, 1 year. Tapos mamaya 2 years na. But I think that's also the magic and beauty of the UAAP, because you know it's inevitable. As you see, Basas getting it through. You know it's inevitable, and you can attest to this, and you went through the UAAP, you won a championship. You know na may dulo eh. So, because there is an end, you make the most of it.
Definitely. Oo, totoo yan. And yun nga, that's why a lot of players really maximize that in 5 years, 5 playing years.
Duque is blocked. Sent to the other side by D. Negrito. This hit there by Villarreal. And another free ball for FEU. Over-received. Chinchin Basas was a little bit shaky on that overhead reception. Because you know, if you're going to be playing for 10 years, diba, you know, you approach something a little bit more different.
Yeah. But if you know na may hangganan lang, it's only
yeah.
5 years eh. You make the most out of it. At lahat ng sentiments ng mga senior players, those going from their 4th year to their 5th year,
Yeah.
nako. Of course, everybody wants to go all out, end with a good note.
Saved again. Remdes. Machoy. Remdes was there? No. Oliver Mora said no. It touched the ground. Remdes says no, she was there.
Remdes, of course, saying it was saved.
Tingnan natin. We have the benefit of slow-mo. Baron. Ooh. I can understand now why the FEU players, but again, we have the benefit of slow-mo. Oliver Mora and Fernando Velarde and the rest of our referees don't have that.
Yep.
9-all.
Hence the frustration on the Remdes.
She felt it.
She really felt it.
Maduke. That's out.
FEU still has a 1-point lead.
Yariel serving. Fajardo tries to save it. Blocked. Fajardo again. Luna. Hindi nagkaintindihan si Luna at Makatini in that sequence. A lull here as they wipe the wet spot that Kim Fajardo slid on. Kim Fajardo looking good even with all this talk about the injury. She's gutting it out. You know, when it's plantar fasciitis, minsan hindi mo mararamdaman din eh. There are days that there's sometimes there are days that you won't feel anything.
But there are days when you really feel the pain.
It's like a knife there in your foot. FEU ahead, 11-10. Our score, 1 set to love. Desiree Cheng on deck, returning for her beloved DLSU Lady Spikers. We have so many players this year returning specifically from ACL injuries.
A lot of players.
The Matayas, Filipinos.
And a lot of them on the younger side.
Yeah. Stimosa being a veteran. Of course, Barsola.
But
not returning this year, but I mean returning in general from an ACL injury.
I think the good thing that we're seeing, of course, we don't like injuries. Pero yung maganda dun sa nakikita natin is yung willpower of all these players. You know, when they come back and they really work hard to be in 100% condition.
Now what they say in sports, a setback is an opportunity for a great comeback. That's what these athletes are showing. Inside and in the middle. And a bomb unleashed by Chin Basas. And I think too much celebration baka. Mawawarningan yata.
That was definitely a good play, a good set and good call by Negrito. No blockers for Basas.
Hindi niyo po nakita sa TV, referee Velarde talking to Rem Palma, trying to tell them to tone down celebrations. Baron again. How about Majoy today, huh? Confidence is everything in sports, isn't it? And
yes.
Well, she ended set number 1 with an ace, and she serves another one. It's another PLDT Ultra fun serve from last year's best blocker. all. Ding. Bonds adjusts.
Oh.
Is that a double contact? Oh, she crossed.
Yeah, Negrito's momentum was really going towards the net. He's backing up.
Last year's Final Four matchup starts off their campaign against each other. Miscommunication again. Luna readjusts. Palma was waiting. Sorry, that was Gino waiting. Chance again for FU. Pasas. Fajardo keeps it up. Cheng will set up D. Malayo sa net. Atienza. Bonds goes down the line, but it's wide. And now, naghahabol na naman sila. They were up 13-10, if I'm not mistaken, earlier. Now, they're down 13-15. Jan Cayuna comes back now for Negritos, having a tougher time setting here in that second set.
Well, let's see what difference Cayuna will make. They just need to break this. Kailangan nila ng isang magandang play. Let's see.
Fajardo there, easily popping it up. D. Readjustment by Pons. D again. It goes back, but it goes out. And LaSalle gets to the technical timeout, knocking in 6 straight points against FEU. They have a 3-point lead. Back inside the Spartan Araneta Coliseum, where LaSalle is in the lead, 16-13, and a set over FEU, the defending champions, looking for back-to-back this year to complete all the appearances of all the teams this opening weekend here at the Big Dome. Majoy continues to serve for LaSalle, and she continues to deliver some good serves in that middle area of FEU. Chance again. Free ball. Too close. Oh, but Palma made something out of that. Wasn't the perfect set, and
We just have to make do. In that case, she saw the hand of Luna. Minsan talaga, gagawan mo lang ng paraan. You just have to be smart and you have to quickly adjust.
And they stopped the bleeding too. That's 6 straight points for LaSalle. 16-14. But Duque was asking for it. Cayuna goes back. And so does the ball. Free ball for LaSalle. Fajardo chooses D. And D puts it away.
We're seeing better, steadier defense from LaSalle at this point. So it's easier for Fajardo to deliver those plays. Even Fajardo, actually, very good contribution when it comes to defense in the back row.
As always. Over receive. Pero nagawa ng paraan, and it's inside. A left-handed dip. Was that Villarreal? Yeah, she extended that left hand. Makes something out of nothing there. Seems to be the calm before the storm in this second set again. And the service ace.
Good serve. Pasas.
Parang yung may pakiramdam na may mangyayari na naman sa dulo eh.
Isa-isa na eh. 1 point at a time. Dumidikit yung FEU sa LaSalle. Yung LaSalle, napako ng konti sa 17.
Pasas was the second best server last year. Behind Eliza Valdez. Just when I say that.
Sails out.
Ano ba to? Free throw?
It sails out. Always happens to the best of us. Palagi yan eh. Pag binabati mo yung service, maganda yung serve. It happens.
It's like a free throw every time. What a serve by D, who's also in that top 10 list, by the way. Cheng. Bang.
Nice clean shot by Cheng.
Hasn't made a lot of noise recently.
Good to see Kim Fajardo really distribute her sets.
Tamarao's now calling a timeout, down 3. Let's listen in.
Para makuha natin yung ha? Sige, tsaga lang, 3 lang yan, okay? Ha? Receive muna na maganda, huwag nyo natin madaliin. Okay? Kailangan yung puntos natin, trabahuin natin. Hindi pwedeng umasa tayo dun sa error ng kanila. Okay? So yung 3 puntos na yan, trabahuin natin. Mag-focus tayo mabuti. Okay? Ngayon, Angel, huwag ka masyadong mahaba, nakapakat na dito yung ano. Nandito na yung blocker nila, okay? Magmaigsi ka naman dito. Naka-adjust dito, oh. Ha?
Wala!
So FEU has to attempt another comeback here in this second set.
Coach Shaq with the specific instructions to Kayuna on her sets. Siyempre, kailangan nila at this point in time iwasan ang blockers ng Lasal.
And another service ace for Lasal. D was number 9 in that top 10 list of best servers last year, and she delivers a PLDT Ultra Fun serve for a 4-point lead.
D, of course, trying to vary her serve. Sakita natin boom earlier, merong super short serve.
Yan na naman. Sa gitna din nila. They must be noticing something also, Coach Ramil, even with Majoy, di ba? Kanina, sa gitna niya dinadala. Short. That's a nice tip. Nice delivery by Pons to stop the bleeding, so to speak, for FEU.
Found an open hole at the back of the triple block.
Just the right height, too. Down 3 are the Lady Tamaraos, and down a set. Miscommunication. Kayuna taking advantage of that miscommunication of Lasal. That's the right play right there, right delivery.
Definitely perfect execution for Kayuna. Look at that.
And Coach Ramil will call a timeout. Jel Kayuna delivering.
Wrong tayo yung set, possible yun talaga. I-anticipate natin yung mga ganun, maglalapit yung bola sa net, nakapigyan ng set. Huwag tayong relax doon sa tabi ng net. Pag-i-aggressive tayo, magbasa. Ligutan natin yung mata. Di ba? Kasi pagka merong pasa, natin nyo, ano na yung quick. Kung hindi quick setter, alis na lang, okay?
Ramil calling a timeout. The lead is down to 2. Kayuna and Negrito alternating here for FEU as setters. In replacement for Giselle C, now moved over. I heard though she was helping in training for FEU in some of the off-season sessions. Not a lot, but some. That's a block, but it's out. Duque.
Slowly but surely, Lasal pulling away.
CJ Saga back here serving for DLSU. Yeah, another good serve. Over received though. Fajardo tried to do something. Off speed. And a chance here for FEU to draw closer. They go behind. Gives a chance to Cheng to deliver the goods, but it's returned to sender.
People were there, pero ang bilis nung balik nung bola, even if there was coverage. It was difficult for them to pick it up.
Villarreal with the umbrella. Saga and Cheng could not save it. Hernandez, their service specialist, is back. Again, FEU will have to do it from behind here. 19, serving 21. What a set from the other side. Cheng sends it over and puts it away.
Cheng, not the proper approach. But had to make do kasi malayo sa kanya yung bola, no? Look at this. It was high and short. He had to run to the ball to hit it.
Coach Shaq will call a timeout, down 3. Just listen in.
Pag nakita mo, dikit pa rin. Tapos, depensa tayo, no? Sige, receive mo na maganda. Tapos gawa ka ng set play mo. Huwag mo mamadali, ha? O, sige, go. Task cover, back room. Back room tayo. Sige na, receive mo na maganda. Back cover tayo.
FU doesn't want to be down 0-2 here. Long, lengthy 2 sets so far between these two protagonists. 22-19, 1-0. Desiree Cheng will go back to the service deck. Coming back, returning for DLSU.
With Desiree Cheng.
After her couple of seasons with LaSalle, that she was personally very disappointed with in terms of how she played and how she was mentally for the team. Cayuna chooses Ginoo. Then Balda. The blocking of LaSalle has been there. Back row. And no touch.
Odds overcooks that attack.
2 points away from having a 2 sets to love lead are the defending champions.
Now Cayuna has to find a play that would work for FEU. You know, trying to break that solid blocking that we saw from LaSalle earlier.
As soon as contact was made with the ball,
We knew it already.
she knew it also.
Too much force on that serve for Cheng.
And now it's John Cayuna's serve. Down 3. And it's Baron again with a runner delivering the goods and the set point. In the tradition of LaSalle, always having that tall middle attacker, blocker.
And one of the signature plays that you would always see would be that running attack.
We have another gem here in Majoy. Coverage by her. Luna, off speed. Oh, that's so smart by Jel Cayuna. On the first ball.
And that's important, ha? It's important for you to really understand and see ano ba yung posisyon yung depensa on the other side. At Cayuna, tulak talaga. Yun yung mga beach volleyball style din eh. You see, everybody's right in the middle. Nobody's there in the corner.
Saves 1 set point.
It's very simple return on the side of, on the corner.
No room for error dito nga lang para sa FEU.
They gotta play perfectly, flawlessly.
They have a chance to grow closer here. Pasas sends it over, tips it over. Luna again, checked.
Oh!
Save another set point. And Coach Ramil will call a timeout. The lead is down to 2. And FEU trying to come back.
Sabi ko sa inyo, bawat galaw ng bola, bilis sa paa. Hindi pwedeng ihiyan yung bola eh. Gusto yung lapitan eh. Tapos yung paa nyo, hindi naman gumagalaw. Eh, iwanan lang yung paa. Tapos nakikita nyo, naiisip nyo kung ano yung gusto nyo gawin eh. Nakikita nyo eh. Andun yung maganda yung idea nyo, pero yung paa yun naman dumalaw. Dalaw lang muna natin yung paa para mapwesto natin. Nakapwesto tayo. Naintindihan? Eh, taas ang kumuha, hindi silalim. Kumuha sa laro, tapos palabas. Naintindihan mo? Tapos palabas.
Well, and
Coach Ramil, of course, was trying to make sure. Let's see.
her feet are in quicksand. Parang ganon. Ayaw gumalaw. Still a set point. Third one saved. Another chance for FEU here. Off speed. Fajardo was there. Baron. Chance for FEU. Cayuna checks. Goes to Pasas. Still alive. Fajardo bumps it. D puts it away and pockets the second set. The defending champions are up 2-0 via 25-22 second set win.
Good showing here by LaSalle. It wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy second set. Dumikit din ng FEU. But Coach Ramil just trying to ensure that they secure that second set win.
Will there be a sweep? Let's find out together when we come back after this short break. You're watching us on SNA HD, also on TFC.tv, and for those checking out the live stream on sports.abs-cbn/livestream/UAAP, you're watching LaSalle versus FEU, their first match against each other to complete opening weekend festivities of Season 79 of the UAAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. And LaSalle is ahead 2-0, but if you just tuned in, it just doesn't sound as simple as that though. We had an extended 29-27 first set, and we had a very tight second set, and the numbers won't lie when it comes to that.
Definitely, LaSalle had to work for those 2-set wins against FEU, and boom, kita naman natin, no, in those 2 sets that were played by both LaSalle and FEU, dikit na dikit yung laban when it comes to offense, when it comes to blocking and defense. Both teams actually had an answer to everything that their opponents would do.
Pero yung masyado nang na-pressure itong FEU when napunta na ng set point itong LaSalle, and they were ahead 24-21. As much as FEU tried to crawl back, knowing the pressure of knowing you can't afford an error sometimes is just too much. And as we said, that's how tight it is. 25-22 scoring natin.
Exactly. Everything is pretty much tied sa lahat ng skill departments, attack, blocking, service aces, but it's the unforced errors where itong FEU lumamang ng konti. Something that they need to look at dahil nakadikit naman sila, yun lang. Lumamang lang sila ng 3 error in that set against LaSalle.
At yung 3 error na yun, yung 3 puntos.
Yes.
Ang diferensya ng ating second set. Baron has been the woman, the Lady Spiker, ahead of everybody else. 9 points. She leads all scorers, backed up by D with 7. Pons has 8. Basas has 5. Nobody in double figures. Everything spread out, but high quality volleyball being played so far by these 2 teams who met each other in the Final Four of Season 78. And are highly touted also among a couple of other schools who are going to challenge for the crown.
Early service error there for LaSalle.
That's actually her second straight now. Going back to last set, the overcooked one.
No room for LaSalle to relax. On the other hand, for FEU, they need to steal this set. Away from LaSalle, kailangan masungkit to. Unahan, lamangan ng LaSalle here in the third. But Kim Fajardo with that point.
8 service errors for FEU. That's another consideration here. 5 for DLSU. Fajardo on the 1-2 play. Basas, that's an easy block because there's really no coverage. Nobody there. And again, Baron doing it.
That
coverage was non-existent. Baron doing it both on offense and on defense for DLSU.
Definitely good showing for Baron today.
Palma got lucky on that one. As we check in with Bea Escudero.
Women, and earlier you mentioned about the different teams joining leagues abroad. But you know what? The Lady Spikers may not have gone abroad, but they were able to join a training camp in Baguio and also a league in Dumaguete. When the girls mentioned these things to me, they said that this only helped strengthen the group dynamics which they admit was needed after losing key players from last season. But you know, this fresh-looking team is looking to surprise everyone as they take each set with the same mindset that they are just as strong as their last game of last season. Woman Ann?
Thank you very much, Bea. I remember there was a comment that this is many years ago by Coach by Doc Ian Laurel, and he said something like, I don't care who the players are, as long as that's the coach there. They will always be battling for championships. And you can't argue with success. 9-6 in the finals. Looking for win number 233.
It's all about
19 years.
how you recruit, how you develop, how you do the transition planning of your team.
Including Coach Noel Ocolio. Banggitin din natin yan. As we are 3-all here in set number 3. Check in with Daniel Krishnan now.
Alam niyo, Women, and sabi nga ni Coach Shaq kanina, solido nga daw talaga ang naging training ng FEU Lady Tamaraws kahapon, pero mukhang iba ang lumalabas at resulta ng game today. Nakausap ko nga rin to si Bernadette Pons, and I was able to talk to her, and sabi niya nga na talagang hinintay nila months para daw makalaban nila ang Salle, pero mukhang iba nga daw ang nakikita nila sa resulta ngayon, pero gagawin pa rin daw nila ang kanilang makakaya para matapos daw ang game na to. Panalo sila. Back to you, Women.
Thank you again. Two teams who went to Baguio for team building purposes, team bonding, and a little bit of training. Coach Shaq actually is considering going back there next year for full training. Na parang high altitude training. Hindi lang
It helps kasi, it really helps.
Hindi lang yung token training. Kasi yun nga, this year parang it was more of getting away from volleyball for a while because they have been competing all year round, even nga sa V-League, di ba?
And even these players, of course, need a rest. No? Kailangan din minsan ng pahinga. Konting breather.
Time with each other. Doing non-volleyball things. That's going to be an error. Duque giving them another point, which ties them at 5.
FEU in the set, of course, they need to keep it close to Salle.
Ganto naman tayo nagsimula kanina. 7-all, 8-7, remember? In our second set. But FEU in sets 1 and 2, predominantly, of course they had the lead, but 80% of the time, nag-aabol sila in the first 2 sets. So it's been that kind of a match. They've been playing catch-up. I know they've had the lead every now and then, like now, 6-5, all of that, but 80% of the time, it's been catch-up. So now, I think they gotta change that up. Hindi yung maghihintay sila sa dulo pa.
Oh, but yung isang napansin din natin, no, Kayuna. Ito, Coach Shaq sticking with Kayuna as his setter.
Placing Kyle Negrito in that second set. He also came in at the end of that first set. Kayuna trying to disguise that one. Ooh! And Joe Kayuna has had some points at the net. Not shy, look at that. And the advantage of having a tall setter.
That's why most coaches now really scouting for setters na may height.
Either that or converting.
Oh yeah, that has been one of the trends that we've seen in recent years, a conversion from an attacker to setter.
And FEU in the lead, just like in that second set, they go into the first technical timeout ahead. Their former players enjoying the 2-0 lead here. Carol, Abby, Sid. It's their turn to watch the younger generation. 8-6, FEU in the lead. Atienza keeps it up. Kinoa with the approach, and she babies and short arms that one. But Shaq does not react at all. Well, now he does. He pulls out a number.
Nagre-ready lang.
Ready lang.
Nagre-ready lang.
Sabi nga natin minsan yung mga coach na ganyan, parang konting panindak yun eh. Maghahatak ng number para,
Nag-error ka.
Ingat ka ha.
But again, we know naman from Coach Shaq's lineup, marami rin hinuhugot din yan talaga. Earlier, we saw Malabanan come in. Kayuna.
Yeah, Jel.
Rito.
Yes, by the way, this time she was not able to get away with it. She was going to try to push it again and she touches the net in the process. Sobrang tulak ng bola.
The net as well.
Yep. Ng Lasal, nawiwili ka na. She's been so effective. 8-all. 2 straight points after the technical timeout. And they've got 3 straight points. And now, Coach Shaq, hinatak yung numero.
Now inside, but Malabanan did very well.
3 points in what?
Just a very short amount of time.
Also, imagine, remember Malabanan when she came into FEU and look at her conditioning now as compared to back then. The baby fat that she's lost from all the playing and conditioning, although that spike is sent back by the wall provided again by that girl who is the foundation of that wall. Actually, Fardo is the one also credited for that block. 10-8 is our score. 4 straight points for Lasal.
Alright, so muna maganda. Ha? Jerk, tapos cover tayo yung cover natin. Wala din sa pattern natin. Ha? Tsaga, tsaga. Hindi pa tapos yung game. Nagsisimula pa lang.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's
Pakita nyo na kaya yan. Ha?
Yes! Let's go! Mama Rose! Sign natin.
Tama naman yun, Boom. Nagsisimula pa lang because if they win this set, then it means we have a 4th and a 5th to play.
That's Bert Flores, Mark Molina, Bob Tocanes. In attendance. Diba, tapos sila nun, nanonood pa sila.
Oo.
Aduke. 4 straight points for Lasal after the technical timeout. This time, FEU gets the point courtesy of Jerry Malabanan.
Itong si Malabanan, pag pumapalo, you hear the thud sound. Mabigat yung kamay.
She's always had raw power. Her elevation has gotten better, obviously, because her fitness has gotten better too. And her reaction time has become better over the years. Fajardo this time, you saw that coming.
Yun ang nag-react ng mabilis. Good decision by Fajardo.
That ball was perfect for her for a 1-2 play. Look at the reception there overhead. You can see it. There you go.
Of course, yung timing ng blockers ng FEU, ang sinasabayan si Baron. Baron still went for that approach.
That's why sometimes that 1-2 play, when you use it sparingly, so effective. And speaking of, she continues to be effective for FEU. Jerry Malabanan. Nasampal pa yata. Nag-teammate.
Alam mo, mahirap yan ganun eh. Pag naglalaro, naka-point ka na. Minsan nababatukan ka, napapano ka, nasasampal ka.
Si Fajardo at si Baron, hindi nagkatugma ng high five eh. Good serve. Fajardo opens up. Was that sailing out?
It seemed like it was. Medyo mataas yung bola, but somebody tried to get it.
The captain on deck. 12-10 is the score. Ito na naman ang FEU. Down by 2 or 3. Yan na naman yung barrier nila eh. Basas. Tiamzon is checked. Return to center. Remy Palma able to send it back.
Exactly what FEU needs at this point. Coverage there for Lasal.
Palma was number 4 last year in terms of blocking. Malabanan, the spark in set number 1, continues.
Everything she does is working for FEU. serve dropping just right at the last minute. And she gets an ace.
On the line.
Like that.
Yeah, drops. Hirap nun, ano? Parang ano ba yun?
Medyo.
Shadow ba yun? Or bola talaga?
Tumama pa sa linya.
Oo, mahirap. Mahirap i-judge. Even on slow-mo. According to them, it was. So, FU takes the lead here. Courtesy of the spark off the bench. In the middle.
Nice combination play. Taron and D.
D and Baron have been the anchors on offense. Another good serve. Labanan digging. Receiving rather as Pons, who hasn't made some noise here in this set, finally maintains the lead for them.
And that was a good cross-court shot. No defense there for LaSalle. It was wide open. Bama floats that serve. The push is out, so 2-point lead for FEU. And Coach is not even going to wait for the technical timeout anymore, Coach Ramil.
Huwag baka tayo ito nabibersa. Lahat ng pinapalo ng kalaban, manamatay. Paano kayo magbasa? Paano kayo nagbabasa? Kung hindi po pwedeng didepensa na tayo. Hinuhulaan, basahin nyo, huwag yung manghula. Balansihin nyo po yung formation sa likod. Eh nangyayari kasi hinaantay natin, baka sakali pumunta doon. Hindi po pwedeng baka sakali, basahin nyo. Maging aggressive kayo. Ha? Kumabagsak kayo, walang katim-katim dyan, no? Ha? Kaya bang nakalaban nyo? Kung mga isa, kung silang dalawa, ano yun?
Balik tayo, balik!
You can hear it. Frustration in the voice of Coach Ramil.
LaSalle, of course, hasn't been scoring enough. While FEU seems to have found the right strategy to score the points.
So far.
So far, so good. Malabanan, of course, big contribution to that.
No coverage. And D able to find the spot behind the blockers. And off speed.
Sometimes it can be something as simple as that. Off-speed shot.
Kita na niya kasi.
Oo.
Approaching pa lang, she saw the hole. Ay, Luna. Serving for the side. Down by 1.
Oh, but that service error not going to help their cause.
First time in this match that in 2 technical timeouts, FEU is ahead. Let's see if they can maintain it. Back in a moment. Inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum, final match.
Oh, what a familiar face.
Hi. Sino yan?
Sino yung batang yan nawawala?
Ano ang hawak niya? Sweldo ba ni Mami yan? Boy, is he so big already.
I know. High size.
Yeah. 16-15 is the score. Third set action. LaSalle with a 2-0 lead. Kennedy with the serve and a 1-point deficit. Cayuna goes to Pons, who had to halt her approach. Cheng on the other side. Cayuna back to Pons. This time a better approach, and that's why she generates more power behind that one. Kanina, pumreno kasi.
Oo, she had to adjust because the set was too high.
Yeah,
but
too high.
That last set from Cayuna, perfect height and timing for Pons.
is able to generate power from those legs. Ooh. Andili kneels at the right time. CJ Saga now will come in to serve for sure.
CJ Saga to serve.
16 serving 17. Fajardo, Cheng, and Baron. Front line for LaSalle. Malabanan. Coverage there by Atienza. Chance for LaSalle.
Set is over.
Joust rather. Ayuna.
Double call on FEU. But both teams are scrambling in that
Sequence?
third or in
Yeah.
that sequence. Daming sets too close to the net.
$17 all. I think that set was a little too low. And was it? Do you think?
Seemed like it. One was underneath the ball.
Pag bitaw ni Kayuna, parang hindi umangat yung bola eh.
And si Pons, even if she's on the shorter side, ang gusto niya mataas na set because she jumps really high.
It's her power is really coming from her approach.
Kalimutan mo na error ko. Bawiin mo lang yung ano. Bawi tayo, bawi. Jel! Kailangan may receive mo na maayos. Receive mo na maganda, ha? Sige, go, go, go.
Angat pa rin. Pag-aanin pa rin natin. Tulungan natin si Angel para makagawa siya ng magandang diskarte niya. Ha? Tara! Tama na!
So another tight third set here. And a really hard-fought match so far, even if you see DLSU ahead 2 sets to love.
Well, of course, FEU hoping that Malabanan would continue to contribute in terms of the points. She's been a very good addition on the floor.
And now Kayuna is struggling to set. Atienza able to keep it in play. Kayuna underhands that one. And a free ball. Pons was there. And a touch by Kayuna. And now it's...
FEU needs to reorganize themselves.
And
Medyo nagkakaroon ng mga error.
And just as I say that, Coach Shaq really looks at Negrito right now. So this is now what we see with FEU. They're trying to make this official first. Obviously, they have a replacement for C. But the difference is, and you know, those elite setters can play almost all throughout the match, you know, and they can recover. Sometimes kailangan palitan pa. Pero ang nangyari pa dito kay Coach Shaq, and we've seen it last year, is that he still shuffles them. Parang hindi pa niya maaasahan in real extended moments yung kanyang setter.
There are points in the game where the setter or the replacement setter would feel the pressure, but those na talagang sanay na mga setters, kailangan nilang ilabas saglit just so that they'll have a different perspective, and so that when they come in, alam nila kung anong gagawin nila.
Oh, minsan actually it's a physical na pahinga nga lang. And Baron has been the star for LaSalle today, start to finish. Both offense and defense, he has been spectacular for DLSU. Oh, Cheng. Dropping on the floor. That one. But she's still on court, so playing. That's a good thing. 2017. Low.
To the net.
I think she's, signaling to...
Still smiling though.
We always hold our breath for these things. Mayog is in for Cheng. Checked that one. Coach Shaq is hollering from the back. They're may tinawag.
Luna crossed the attack line. Oh, look at this. Very close. Third set again.
Ito na naman. Ito na naman tayo. Villarreal to the honors. Palma, too high. Fajardo was there. The extension there. Baron again puts it away.
Look at that. Baron had to really tip it on top. This reaching from the highest point.
Yep. Here. Wow. Fan favorite. First year player. The open hitter, Yan Layug, adrenaline behind that serve.
Strong.
Desiree Cheng, attention to. Kim D is still, Kiana D is still on the bench. Kyle Negrito, FU is not out of this at all. They are only behind by one. One set can change things for them. Atienza could not handle it. Luna puts it away.
You see Baron cheering the team on, saying 3 points na lang ang kailangan nila.
See, that's another thing that's different from her as compared to her first year when she was, like I said, she was shy. She wasn't as vocal. Siyempre, may mga leaders, may mga ate.
Pero ngayon yung presence on the court and that yung leadership din.
Leadership, angas, yung ingay. She's become a complete player for DLSU.
Oh!
Mayog took it from the side. Sabi ng mga coach, di ba? Kadalasan, pag kinuha mo sa gilid.
Mahirap na yan.
Error. Mayog will move out. Makandili back in. Mayog gets a word from Coach Ramil. Getting valuable court time. You know that's hard to get under Coach Ramil.
Yep. You really have to work hard for it.
Right. Chance for FU here. They're down by one. They open up to Pons. It's a perfect set for her. Perfect height. Perfect speed. And Coach Ramil doesn't take any chances. Calls the timeout.
Dito hindi ka makakapwesto. Hindi po, paluin mo na malakas. Ayun yan, talun, paluin mo malakas na sa malun. Isa't isa yun. Binigay sa'yo, paluin mo, pwestuhan mo lang. Eh, hindi pwedeng ilalagay. Oo, wala sa taplo, ha?
Let's go!
Ilak lang tayo. Isang unang magandang receive muna. Tapos, masan maayos, tapos gawa ng isa. Receive lang tayo, receive lang.
Just like the first two sets, we're down the wire here.
Yeah, but Coach Ramil obviously still looking for that aggressiveness. Dahil lang napapansin yan. Puro lagay-lagay lang yung binabalik ng kanyang mga attackers. Let's see. D and Baron both in front.
Chance for FU here. Away from Pons. Not her sweet spot. D on the other side. Puts it away. Well, Coach Ramil told her.
Huwag lagay-lagay lang. Paluin ang malakas. Then exactly as told. Great cross-court angle for D.
Joy Baron will move back in. So will Layu. Good reception. Pons flies.
Oh!
Did it touch anyone? No.
No touch.
So LaSalle gets themselves to match point. The defending champions. And it's in the hands of Majoy Baron. And a free ball to Salle. Baron goes to D. D unable to... Was it her hair, her head?
I think it was her hand.
Her hand that hit the net. Let's look at that again. A C500 hustle of the game. This was the point earlier. A cross-court attack from the opposite side. May pa ang FU.
Di pa tapos, and we saw the first set boom.
This is exactly how our sets have gone. It actually feels like a 5-setter when you think about it.
Exactly.
3 long sets. Palma keeps it in play. Jittery moment! No! Hino could not push the ball over the net. And a disappointed Coach Shaq shakes hands with Coach Romil here. As Salle, the defending champions, start off their campaign on a bright note, beating a tough, intact FU team in straight sets. Although they were tough straight sets, it's still straight sets win for DLSU. We'll come right back to wrap this baby up. We're back inside the Araneta Coliseum, where DLSU wins in 3 very tight sets against the pesky FU Lady Tamaraos. 29-27, 25-22, and 25-23 is our confirmation of scores. Bea Escudero is with our best player. We've been talking about her all match long. She deserves that spotlight. Let's go to Bea.
Hi, Majoy. Congratulations, by the way. So, nakita na nga namin kung gaano kadikit yung score kanina. So, what was going through your head during those moments?
Actually, since it's our first game, syempre, nandun yung confidence. And ito yung first game namin. And kami yung defending champion. So, personally, confidence lang talaga yung nakatulong sa akin.
And what was Coach Romil telling you guys during these moments?
More on technical kasi. Siguro yung in terms of attack, sinasabi lang niya na like kapag mag-a-attack, susundan yung paa ng kamay. Kasi minsan hindi coordinate yan. Hindi nag-coordinate.
Okay, so Majoy, baka gusto mong patiin yung mga sumusuporta sa inyo, pati invite nyo na din sa mga games nyo?
Sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa DLSU Lady Spikers, thank you so much. Hi sa family and friends ko sa Tarlac, yung ate ko sa US, and sa mga managers namin, Tito Eric, Tito Bombay, Tito P, and Sir Afren. Thank you!
Okay, thank you, Majoy. Congratulations again. Back to you, Boom and Ann.
Thank you very much. She sounds so sweet and shy, but she was ruthless today against FEU. And she made a point in that interview. She said that first point that she made, it's all about confidence. They were confident coming into the match. We've been talking about her confidence all throughout the match.
That's right. We've noticed that change from the first time that she played up until now, that she has matured as one of the go-to players of Salle. But tama ka eh, sweet pa rin yung sagot. And obviously, she's very happy that they won today's game.
One of course, first 14 of this very long